Have you ever spent hours saving articles, downloading PDFs, bookmarking videos, and feel like you were learning so much? That's exactly what happened to me in week 2 of my online program, and it turned out to be a bit of an illusion. When I started the program, I was excited to absorb as much information as possible, so I did what I thought any dedicated student would do. I collected textbooks, saved articles, downloaded PDFs, and bookmarked dozens of videos related to my course. Every day, my folder of resources grew bigger, and honestly, it feels great. I remember thinking, I'm really building up my knowledge here, but then came the moment of truth. I had to sit down and actually complete an assignment using what I've learned. And that's when I realized something uncomfortable. I couldn't recall much of anything. I had on this material safe, but every little of it had actually stuck in my mind. At first, I thought maybe I just needed to review it again, so I reread some of the same articles, skimmed through the same chapters, but the same thing happened. I recognized the information, yet I couldn't explain it in my own words or apply it to a real problem. That's when I understood what was really going on. I had been mistaking familiarity with information for actually understanding it. Just because something felt familiar when I saw it again didn't mean I truly knew it. Collecting resources gave me a sense of progress, but it wasn't the same as learning. Looking back, I think the biggest issue was that I was learning passively. I was reading and saving, but I wasn't processing, questioning, or applying anything. It's a bit like watching someone else exercise, but expecting to get stronger myself. Just being near the information isn't enough. So, for the rest of week 2, I decided to change my approach. Instead of collecting more resources, I focused on the one I already had. After reading a chapter, I tried to summarize it in my own words without looking back at the text. And I also started testing myself with simple questions instead of just rereading notes. And whenever I learn a new concept, I try to apply it immediately, even in a small way, rather than saving it for later. It wasn't a dramatic transformation, but I did notice a difference. I remember things more clearly, and I felt more confident explaining ideas rather than just recognizing them. This experience taught me an important lesson. Real learning isn't about how much material you gather, it's about how deeply you engage with what you already have. Quality of understanding matters far more than quality of information. Going into week 3, I want to keep reminding myself of this. Progress isn't measured by how full my folder of resources is, but by how much I can actually explain, apply, and remember. Okay, thanks for listening. And if you ever felt this way too, like you collecting knowledge but not really absorbing it, I love to hear how you deal with it. See you in the next chapter.